edge. He's one of those rescue guys who goes on the Table Mountain and saves families and people who have fell down to the crevices. And so I knew he had a number for the rescue service.
Where's he landed?
Below the ledge, yeah.
The first thing I did before I ran down was phone my friends in the rescue service for a helicopter.
I'll phone someone right away.
I was hoping that if for some reason, somehow, some way he had survived it, he probably wouldn't survive for very long. And I was just really hoping to get up there and you know, hold his hand for a second and say I love you or something. I don't know what I thought. Like, just the whole heavy scene was bearing down on me, and I thought, man, you know, what a shitty day.
My concept of time is totally distorted. I don't even know how long I was there, but I felt like I was there for quite some time.
Oh my God.
And I just remember it was so painful. It was so painful. Like the pain was just, it was a hurricane inside my mind.
I remember first when I came on the level and I could see Jeb's canopy, I could see a few other people who were already reaching before me, and I could actually see that they were moving around and they were kind of being active. So I was like, oh my God, he's not dead. I run to him and I tell him, like, Jeb, all is good, like, no, never mind, like, I mean, the chopper is coming, you'll be home, you'll be safe, you're gonna get rescued.
Talk to me, buddy. Say something. Jeb. Jeb, man. Jeb. Jeb, 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 Jeb.
Then he started fading in and out of consciousness, and that's when I started to cut his suit off, and that's when I realized the injuries that he had, the extent of the injuries were a bit more serious than what we had perceived.
Here's a funny thing you don't know about Jeb. Jeb doesn't drink, Jeb doesn't do drugs, Jeb doesn't do painkillers. I mean, he's been very strict with that for all of his life, and you have to kind of respect the craziness even in that situation, that he refused the painkillers or the morphine at the rescue.
Okay, I'm just gonna give you something to relax you, okay?
So first they said, like, oh, we're gonna give something for your pain. And then Jeb came in the conscience like, no. He was like the kid from The Exorcist, and I don't want any painkillers. And I was like, whoa, like you committed, dude. And then we tried to lift him off, but the moment we touched him, he was like, oh my God, it hurts.
That really hurts bad.
So it's a little bit like catch-22. Like, if we can't give you painkillers and we can't really touch you, like, you're not gonna get rescued off the mountain anytime soon.
So now the medic has no idea what to do, so we're trying to hit him and tell him, say, no, don't say drugs, don't say drugs. And he
kind of pulled the guy on the side and said, like, listen, like, just say it's like for dehydration. And that allowed Jeb to put his arm out and get the vein out and the morphine in him, and then it was easier to actually rescue him. There's not too many guys in the world that you actually have to try to convince in that situation to try to relieve the pain, but that's just the type of person he is.
1, 2, 3.
According to GPS, I was doing 122 miles an hour. Like, as I hit, it was such a severe blow. My mind knew exactly what had happened instantly. Like, I knew I had impacted. I knew that it was bad, and I knew that I was going to die. My brain just broke into two different parts, and one part was just a very mathematical kind of, it was just a survival thing. It's like, okay, you've impacted, you're tumbling, regain control. Okay, you've got control. The wingsuit's trying to pull you back in the mountain, fly away from the mountain. This giving me information of like what I needed to do to survive. Whereas another part of my brain became very philosophical. And it started having this conversation, and I really was genuinely having a conversation with myself about, should I pull? Like, what would be the point in pulling? Your legs are destroyed, you are crushed, you have impacted at terminal velocity, so you will die. The choice that I was facing is, did I want a slow, agonizing, horrifying, like painful death, or a relatively quick, I wouldn't call it painless, but quick death? And it was a difficult decision. It just said, pull now or you die. So I pulled. And when I pulled, my parachute opened with line twists. I was under canopy for 1.5 seconds, and then I impacted again. I could feel like my body kind of shutting down. I could feel things like starting to kind of close off, and I could feel like that point where, you know, you're getting lightheaded, and all of a sudden you become